Friends and family had just finished celebrating the couple's life together when they were immediately mourning a loss. Guests at the wedding of Cody Johnson and Jordan Graham had been shocked by what a reluctant bride she seemed behind the happy facade of these official photos.
It was very strange. It was very awkward.
And the morning after her wedding night with Cody, Jordan is beyond reluctant. She is despondent and regretful, writing in a text exchange with the matron of honor, Kimberly Martinez.
I don't know if all this was the right thing to do. So much happened last night. I just don't know.
Last night at the wedding or last night at the room?
Being married and after the wedding.
What happened after?
I'd rather talk about what happened, not text about it.
She said that it was just a miserable time, that they just really didn't enjoy it, and she just didn't seem very happy.
And Jordan never does tell Kimberly exactly what happened, even when they come face to face a couple of days later.
She came over and she laid on the couch and she just cried. She wouldn't tell me why. She wouldn't say anything to me.
The texts continue from Jordan for a week after the wedding, each one sounding more morose and desperate.
I just know he's gonna want to do stuff, and I'm not really wanting to.
And another.
Using the my period started spiel tonight. I freaking hope it works. Because if I'm forced to do something, I'm going to freak out.
Which begs the question, do you know if Cody and Jordan ever had sex?
I honestly don't think they did. I think she tried to I don't even think they had sex on the night of their wedding.
Did Jordan and Cody ever consummate their marriage?
She told me no. She said that they hadn't, that she didn't want to. She was nervous about it.
But 8 days after the wedding, their marital problems are suddenly over, when Cody mysteriously goes missing.
I was just shocked.
Cody's family and friends report his disappearance to police after they learned he had failed to show up for work.
It was totally out of character for him not to show up at work or come home or go to a friend's house. I don't know what happened.
But oddly unconcerned is Jordan, who is making like the merry widow when Hannah sees her later that day at work.
She was hanging out, running around, skipping. She was going through the parking lot with her ice cream cone, just happy as can be.
Happy?
Oh yes, very happy. She was the happiest I've ever seen her.
Cody had last been seen the previous day at Dairy Queen having dinner with Jordan after Sunday church services. And then Jordan says they both went home together. What did Jordan tell you happened to him?
That he went out to the garage and she went to see him and he wasn't there. She said that she seen him leave with some buddies in a black car at Washington Plates.
Police would ask Jordan what she knew about those friends when they interviewed her the next day.
Well, I got a message saying that he was going to go for a ride with some of his out-of-town buddies that were visiting. I had no idea who they were, but he always told me this one thing is when his friends came to visit, he would take them to Glacier Park.
Jordan would tell conflicting stories about what happened before Cody drove off with them.
I specifically asked her when he left, were you guys fighting? And she said no.
And she told police the same thing.
You guys weren't having any kind of argument?
No.
But Jordan had earlier told Kimberly they did have a fight.
So she comes in and she proceeds to tell me that Cody had held her down when they were arguing, and that she got away from him and he had grabbed his keys and scratched her.
The next day, after Cody had been missing for nearly 48 hours, Jordan's friends and family members gather at her house to try to find clues to what might have happened to him.
And that evening we spent a lot of time trying to figure out where he was, trying to look on his Facebook page to see if he had posted anything, or, trying to see if she had his bank account information. Maybe we could look up and see if he used his debit card or something.
But Jordan seems uncomfortable.
She just became more agitated the more we asked.
At one point, Kimberly says Jordan becomes so upset, she takes off her wedding ring and flings it across the room.
I was confused. I thought she would be legitimately wanting to find her husband and know what happened to him.
Kimberly has become very suspicious over Jordan's odd behavior and inconsistencies and calls her when she gets home.
I asked, what is going on? Why are your stories different? Why can't you seem to tell the truth? And I told her that we were done talking until this was all figured out.
And the police turn up the heat on her too.
I'm getting some inconsistencies in what you're telling me with other information that I've already gathered, okay? And I've spoke to a few people, and it's important that I know that you're telling me the truth on things.
And what I know.
Well,
I mean,
and I understand that, okay? But I think that there's more.